Hello, Craig.
Come CMC emergency lane. Come here and join in the circle of pain and knowledge.
I mean,
Expedite.
do I need a hazmat based on your email?
No.
Okay, I'm on the
We're in the
way.
emergency lane. It's not that bad.
Okay,
It's
I'm coming.
bad, but it's not that bad.
I'm coming.
No.
Bit late, man. What the hell?
Kanji is like the symbols that mean a whole word each. Craig's dying.
I'm not dying. I'm
The
not
fuck
even
did I
exposed.
miss?
Everything dark. All the shit
Out
that
of
you're supposed to be
everything,
around
if we're
for.
gonna say Marshall's dying, we might as well just say Oshira, since she was the one that got infected today.
Oh,
I was so far out of my element
Whoa,
with
whoa,
this
whoa, whoa.
nonsense.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's
walking
okay. She's
around.
out of hospital now.
She's just
Okay.
infected, but apparently she's contagious, but she's not contagious.
It was contagious at the start, but the virus has stopped and like stabilized itself to a sense that it's not contagious.
Okay, what the fuck happened?
Donovan, you're on. I don't know even know how to explain this shit.
So they pulled. Which bit do I start with? The fact that the person was
Any part that
tortured?
you know.
I mean, I know that I believe it was
They pulled
Dr.
over
Ray
Valentino.
Keager came through because they found
What?
him down in the sewers, and his body had been carved into, as well as I think his eyes were carved out. Because I treated him while they were dealing with the other 6 that were sick. And then I went in to help with the 6 that was sick, and Brendan Valentino was patient 0 and had infected 4 officers in Oshira? And it was attacked. The virus that they had, for the first time ever from a patient, we've been able to get something from testing, which was the cells were dying and remultiplying rapidly and clinging to the lung tissue.
Yeah, that.
Whoop. Okay, put it in like, you know, explain it like I'm 5 years old. What is this? What are we looking at? The virus, I mean.
We don't know. That's the only information we have. We know it can cause coughing and all of that. We had an officer's lungs that we actually had filled with blood. So it will cause coughing up blood and a whole bunch of stuff like that as well. We're still trying to figure out what we're dealing with. We got given a whole bunch more samples from the doctor's office down in the sewers that we've been doing testing on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and a bunch of the cops were freaking out and hallucinating. I think hallucinations are a symptom of this illness, because I had like 3 or 4 cops saying that they went out to the lighthouse and they were seeing ghosts of dead people. They were like, "Nope, I saw dead guys. There was a dead guy, and I talked to him. I had a full conversation." Like, okay, you guys are losing your fucking mind. So I had hallucinations to the.
That was last night?
That was like what, 6 hours ago?
But they
Something
said
like
that
it was like the tail end of shift 2.
they said they went to the lighthouse last night though. That's what.
No, they went to the lighthouse to go search for clues about what was going on because I don't know. Apparently, everybody goes, "Man, some crazy contagion must be the lighthouse for some reason," and they went down there and they all got fucking hallucinations like crazy, and they were talking to dead people.
Okay, what's the status on Keager, Abby?
ICU for an unsure how long. But yeah, he had symbols carved into him, and we don't know what any of it was.
Were any photos taken of the symbols?
And
No,
EMS
but there is a
decided
drawing out there an EMS drew and started showing to the public.
Yeah,
Sorry?
That did happen.
What did
that
they
happened.
do?
They drew they did a drawing of at least one or two of the symbols that was carved into Krieger, and then talked about showing them to someone. But I don't remember the name, but all I know was at the time when I heard the name, it wasn't a doctor, and I don't believe it was an EMS. I got told they were an Eldridge something? Deity? Eldridge deity, that's what they said.
They said they were going to tell someone who is an eldritch deity.
Yes. I
Who
wish I
was
could
who was
sound
this
more sane.
dumbass EMS?
I don't know the name. And I would say ask Vivi, but I don't know how much she's going to talk after the crash out she had after her and PD had a fight.
Oh yeah,
Okay, I don't care about that.
everybody was crashing out dark. Everybody. I had a sergeant.
Oh yeah,
to
this was
BCSO
like all
saying he was gonna
happening
go rogue.
simultaneously.
Was it Jimbo?
Yeah, I came on duty at the 10 of it. No, it was Bruce. I came in at the tail of this, and like Haley Maxwell is like, she's melting down because she doesn't know what to do. Bruce is threatening to go
Does she ever?
rogue and just disobey orders and just start doing shit and putting people at risk. I can't remember who the other person was. Somebody else wanted to lead a strike team into the sewers for some fucking reason. And they were like, yeah, we're going to take a doctor and take them off duty and take them into the sewers. And I was like, why do they have to be off duty? I came in and they had a fucking person held in detainment for 3.5 hours because they couldn't decide if they wanted to press charges or not.
That's what a fucking investigative hold
And
is
at
for.
first he was also sick at first. We'll give
Who's
him
this?
that. The first like 3 hours, Brendan Valentino.
Valentino.
The first like 3 hours was him being sick. The rest of it was debating.
I convinced them to cut him loose. I was like, we literally have an investigative warrant for his house. We can put cameras on his house. We can find him in an instant. Y'all don't know the full scope of what you're looking for right now. They're like, obviously, if you can't decide on charges, you need time to investigate. Let him go. We can find this guy. He's not hard to find. And figure out the charges. You don't have to charge him with charges right this fucking second just because you have him in custody. And they eventually were like, well, we just want to get something on paper. I was like, then write a fucking report. That's how you get shit on paper. And they finally let him go. And it took me, probably about 30 minutes just to get everything in order once I got here.
Oh, at one point also Shang was trying to get into the room he was in to give him something. That happened as well.
Oh yeah, they kept being
There
like,
was so much going on.
Shang's breaching our perimeter again. We need to get him out of here. And I was like, they were like, we don't know what to do about Shang. I was like, he is on bail right now. He has bail conditions. You order him to leave. If he doesn't leave, he violates his bail. You put him in fucking prison. If he wants to fuck around and find out, he can. And they're like, we can do that. I was like, yeah, my authority. Go fucking do that. And he fucked off. I was like, look, how hard was that?
Okay, Abby, if it hasn't been done already, we need any and all documents or reports about this incident and this virus, if possible, please.
It was shift 2. Do you really think they wrote a report on this?
I don't care whether they wrote one.
There's
One
a
needs to be
report
written.
about one person in ICU. I can make sure something's written. I've been working on some lab testing at the moment because PD ended up going down into the sewers, the doctor's room, bringing us a whole bunch of samples because both Jackie and I said we're not going down there. We're not putting
Why
our lives
PD
at
so
risk. No, thank
stupid?
you. So I've been doing testing on a whole bunch of stuff they found, plus blood samples from all 6 patients. So I can make sure that a report's written about the virus, and then also when I get the findings back from the lab result, I can probably share
Yeah,
them to
that'd
you guys
be.
as well.
Yeah, we need that. Preferably today, if possible.
I'm not sure if it's going to be directly today for the lab stuff, because some of it's we're doing like petri cultures, which may take a couple hours to see if it develops anything, but I will get it at the earliest I can.
Okay. Is Perry around? Do you know? Watson.
No, she's not around yet.
Okay. If she does come around, give me a call.
All right.
I'll start making an index file.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get on to some folk about getting us a SEMA camp up at Sankudo because this could break out. But how many people got infected so far?
Today alone, there was 6 that we know
6.
of.
Okay.
Not counting all the people that have been sick with the previous iterations, because this is, easiest way to put it, this is a different strain to what we've seen with how it was attaching to people's lungs.
So to clarify, this is different from Osvaldo, for example.
I believe same sickness, but it's presenting in a different way.
Okay. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Fuck. I was just about to say something. I can't remember what it is now. Oh, the MDT is going to be super fucky today, Dark. Just a heads up.
Why?
Wait, why?
Well, IT was trying to do some work on it, and I think they fell asleep. But, like, for example, just go to the evidence tab.
Oh. That's not good then.
No, it's really not good. Yeah, go to profiles. Go to profiles and then start. How about this? Go to profiles and find me the ID number 16903 by scrolling.
Oh, by scrolling.
Yeah, by scrolling.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to reports. Just the reports tab and just kind
Oh,
of look at the report
no.
numbers as you go down.
Right. Fantastic.
Ha!
Yeah. Yeah, have fun with that. Okay, so all of that, and it looks like there's 2 reports written. We have, I created a state marshal index report
Fuck
for it.
that.
So you can see the 2 linked things, 12660 and 18940. That's all we have.
I have no text messages on my phone. Has anybody else got that issue?
Not me,
that-
mine was
did
okay.
you?
I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm all good. Take your SIM. Check the info on it.
I got
Is
it.
your
It's
SIM card
fixed.
good? Okay. Yeah, Dark. It's been a day.
Yeah. We need to figure out a plan. And we also got to talk about stuff that, well, it needs to be classified. So, we'll have to do that back at the office. I'm gonna try and make a call really quick, and then I'll head down.
All right.
Hello?
Mr. Freeman, you want to talk?
Mr. Dark.
I did not expect to hear from you at this hour.
Here I am.
Here you are. Are you watching me right now?
Should I be?
I wouldn't say so.
What's going on?
Hmm.
You
I
wanna meet
was
up?
hoping to have some time to talk to you. I don't really know exactly how to word this.
17717.
Your old friend,
Nerd.
the doctor, wanted me to inquire a bit about someone, and I was hoping you'd be willing to give me some time.
Let me throw back to a text message that you replied to where you said you've got the wrong guy. You remember that?
I'm not one to talk about other people's business unless they let me know they're comfortable with that. And I apologize for the lack of transparency, but I hope you understand that I wouldn't believe it was mine to necessarily speak of that.
I can give you some time.
Where'd you like to meet?
Dealer's choice.
Mm. Maybe someplace a bit familiar to both of us, huh?
Where's that?
What's your ping?
240.
240. I'll be sending you a ping very soon.
Okay. Well, this is starting off quick.
Why was shit that we have dead bodies in it? Jesus.
Hey, Wayne Freeman, someone who's possibly connected with all this wants to chat with me. He's gonna ping me in a second. So that's where I'm gonna be. I don't know whether I'm gonna need Overwatch or not.
He looks
Depending on
sketchy
where
as
it is.
fuck.
Me?
No, the guy you're meeting.
Yeah, he goes by the Rat King, supposedly.
Oh, is he worried about his constituents dying or something? His servants? Is he an actual rat? Is this a guy who's like a literal rat? The king of the rats, Dark?
No, I think he took up the mantle because he, I think he's like the sewer guy.
Oh, so he's like the, oh god, what is it? The fucking, sorry, go ahead.
He's pinged me up to Action Captain's grave, so I'm gonna head there. If anything happens,
All right, say hi to Mister.
but these are some reference images for what Dark has found on the symbols. Smile. First of all, we have the 7 seals. The 7 seals were on were used on, I think they were either used to lock or they were just presented on a book. In I'm assuming the Old Testament. And that book was basically the book of the apocalypse. And we need to do a little bit more research on that, but this is so that I did a little bit of reading. The first 4 seals are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. The last 3 seals, I'll say this, the last seal is like they're gonna send 7 plagues and fucking end the world. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. So these were those symbols. The next symbols, were this. I think I'm gonna roleplay this out as like there isn't a lot found on these things. But whenever they were mentioned before, the words angelic and demonic were used to describe them. And then you know. Do I need to say anything about this kind of type of shit? Not good, man. Not good. No bien. Yeah, I'm telling you, Doc's promotions are cursed. Fully cursed. Okay, don't take my word on anything. I made an assumption that it was fucking Old Testament, but I don't know. We're gonna have to do some research in a bit.
Slap that bitch.
Alex, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did refueling get faster? Oh, it's the final book of the New Testament. There you go. So much I fucking know. Listen, they didn't teach that at Sunday school, okay? Maybe they did, and I just didn't listen. I need to drink my fucking coffee, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we need fucking Doc's dad to come in with the fucking... the Bible Christian law, you know? Book of Revelation tells the story of the horseman and the apocalypse. Well, guess we're doing some studying later, guys, so... The fact that Keager was actually involved is fucking insane, though. The poor guy's got fucking runes all over his body. Honestly, it sounds like our fucking D&D campaign. Is it Revelation? 7 seals to the 7 hills of Rome? See? I have no idea what that's about, but that sounds interesting. What about the 7 seals of your bog? Yeah, I did a little bit of reading. It's not good. It's not good. This car seems fucked, but it's not. It's just slow and quiet. All right, Wayne, what you got for us, mate? Let's have a look. Maybe not this way. Oops. Fuck is he wearing? Mr. Freeman?
Mr. Dark.
You'll excuse me, I didn't expect to see you so, well dressed.
Yeah, I guess that would be considered the point up until now. Something a bit less expected, right?
Oh,
How are you?
been better.
Hmm.
You?
Eh, day by day. I can't complain, I guess. I know a lot of people have it much worse, I'll tell you that, right?
Mm-hmm. What do you want to talk about?
Hmm. I had a very specific question I wanted to ask you. Maybe a couple follow-ups if you don't mind just
Depends what the question is.
entertaining me with your time. How do you think the possibility of removing Norman would be found? From what I'm aware, you're not too fond of him, correct? You seem to have a pretty deep history around here.
Fortunately, yeah, I do. But I feel like you already know the answer to your question.
What makes you believe that?
The company you keep. But
Would you be comfortable with telling me a bit about your history with Norman Bones?
why'd you want to know?
I was told by an old friend of yours I should ask about it. I'd imagine in a sense for me to maybe understand and us to maybe understand each other a little better while we're here.
I don't think that's why you want to know. I think you want to know because you're trying to help the doctor. For God knows what reason. Am I wrong?
You think we can begin to understand why they do what they do?
I think the moment we
Like
try and
I used to.
understand, we stop understanding why we're here. So I don't really want to go down that road. Though. I tried it once. Those things are better left be.
Things that we can't comprehend, huh?
I think there's people who can comprehend them. My point is, I don't know whether it's worth the effort. It's not going to change anything.
Huh. What does any of this mean to you, if you don't mind me asking?
Again, you're asking a lot of questions. You're not giving a lot of answers. Why do you want to know? Are you working for him? Why are you working for him?
Why? The big question. I guess, in a way, helping somebody I originally met as just a friend. Search for greater purpose. Knowledge. Be some sort of understanding. Why it happens. Why it's happening. I don't think I'd ever live long enough to really grasp much of it, but I feel as though if I can view through that pinhole in the paper, catch some sort of glimpse, it would be worth it. What they are haven't started or begun existing recently, you know? They've been
That's
around
true.
since the beginning. I think destiny just led me here in some strange way. And I'm taking it in stride.
You know what he calls us? You, me, every other fucker on this planet. He calls us bacteria. He isn't going to help you, or he isn't going to teach you nothing. You're a puppet, Wayne. That's all you are. You are a smudge on a windscreen. And whatever you do, you're only going to make it worse for the rest of us.
Feel as though questions I ask wouldn't get many answers from you right now. Opposing sides, maybe?
There's no sides here. There's no sides. That's like saying there are sides when a tsunami hits. We're not talking about people with emotions. We're talking about natural fucking disasters.
Yeah, it's unavoidable. I guess a better way, maybe two sides of the same coin.
The doctor already knows everything that you want to ask. So just ask yourself, why is he making you come and ask me? Because I'm going to tell you all the bad shit that happened to me because of Norman. And all he's trying to do is convince you to keep working for him. He's manipulating you. Is that the life you want to lead? You know what he is. You know what Norman is. If you've heard the stories, you know they only turn up when shit's about to disappear.
And what are we to do about that?
Step one, don't fucking help him for nothing. Everybody who tries to work with Norman ends up dead or losing things they care about. Anybody who works with the doctor, which, I'll be honest, I haven't heard about till now. The doctor's much, much worse than Norman. So, my advice, don't get involved. Or if you do it for the right reasons. And those reasons are the living.
Balancing things. A natural order.
There's no balance here. They will always outweigh us.
They do. Like you said, we're just bacteria. We're like ants to them, you know? Nothing. But if there's a way for an ant to rise up in some way assist, and as crazy as it sounds, restoring something that's necessary, whether he gets stepped on or not. I found that a better life as an ant than just living in my hole and waiting for it to happen, whatever it is.
The fact that you're believing everything he says at face value, regardless, makes me think you might be too far gone, Wayne. Because I'll tell you this. Helping something like that is no purpose. What you're doing is being manipulated. There's much more wholesome things in life that you can aim for that will give you purpose. A family. Loved ones, friends. Because if you go down the path you're going, whatever of those you have, they're going to be dead. Just know that. That's what you're working towards. That's what you're working with. Oblivion. Annihilation. Whatever you want to call it.
If it's already gonna happen, then what's the point of fighting it?
I think it will happen. But I think if
It
we
will.
help them, it will happen sooner.
I wish I could have gotten to know you better before this conversation.
I tried to warn you, Wayne. When you met with him at the lighthouse, I tried.
I made my choice.
You're on the wrong side of history, mate. And don't look for no sympathy when it all comes to an end.
See you on the other side, Dark.
See, I would never have found this report. What the fuck? Okay. Aaron Carter was patrolling when she caught a black Premier speed along Power Street, therefore attempted a traffic stop. Pulled over, Brando Valentino. He got out with the vehicle with a classic firearm and said sorry and then shot Aaron. He was wearing a black muscular hazmat suit and blue gloves. Oh no. The vehicle was also occupied by an individual in black clothing in the passenger seat and an individual in the back with a white lab coat. Fuck. I mean, if Dr. Keager's been mentioned, that was probably Keager. Fuck. That's good. Collins got on duty and assisted at the hospital, who seemingly had infected suspects and officers or deputies. After hours of waiting, Collins got with Ryan and Snoopy to be proactive. They waited hours? Collins went to Humane Labs with Snoopy, there was nothing. Collins and Snoopy picked up Ryan, went to the house previously owned by Leah and looked around the property, there was nothing. Collins went to the lighthouse. Upon arrival, Collins noted a four-door black vehicle coming back to Shang Liu. Knowing Shang and Ryan's past, Collins told Snoopy and Ryan that they had to leave now. While leaving, a strange man started talking at us and then disappeared. They reappeared at the front of the house next to the white picket fence and greeted us. They said their name was TJ Walker. We asked them if they knew anything about what was going on. TJ referred to when units came to the lighthouse weeks ago. TJ also referred that this wasn't the first time he's seen this. TJ said he contained a similar situation at the house, but this was worse. TJ did not provide us an answer, but gave us a direction. TJ said that the cure could be found within either Patient Zero, believed to be Bobby Belgium, or the doctor known as Isaac Smith. TJ disappeared again, so we left. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is no good. No. Okay. Upon getting back to the hospital, Snoopy. Let me get some different music on. Well, you know what I want? Hold on. Where's the leads on the article? No. Upon getting back to the hospital, Snoopy said they need to speak to the marshals, and eventually Collins and Ryan spoke to speak together. After speaking, marshals and other units decided to go back to the sewers. Petros provided some guidance on where to look. Snoopy, Ryan, and Collins headed to the sewers. Once we got to the location near Roy Lowenstein to get into the sewer, an individual wearing a motorcycle helmet and a colourful hoodie decided to come with us. Units made it to the room where it seemed the doctor operated out of. Units documented and left. After getting back to the hospital, Collins wanted to check one more place. A common smell around the lighthouse of lavender. Collins had started to notice around the bench in Palito. Collins and Ryan arrived initially Nothing strange is there. Then Collins noticed the smell of lavender, but also pink smoke. Collins had previously noticed similar pink smoke at the door of the lighthouse. While Collins called Snoopy, Ramos noticed a muscle vehicle. Units moved towards the vehicle, which was empty. It was Shang Liu's. Collins then wanted to go back to the lighthouse, document Shang's vehicle if it was still there. Ryan and Collins drove over there and noticed individuals standing near their house and Gauntlet. Possibly Sean McQuillan, so Ryan and Collins left before going any further. Any photos of that? No. That's interesting. Okay. Dude, this, honestly, the vibe of this place, like, whoever made this is insane. Like, the doctor's room in the sewers is honestly, I think, the best made thing that I've seen in NoPixel. Period. Like, it's so well done. The lighting is fucking 10 out of 10. It's so good. Known infected officers. Leo Sparks, Callista Bell, Bobby Charles, Callista Bell again, and Shira Petros. And then Brandon Martino on as well, though. Yeah. Chit. Let's reference this one as well. Right. What about this one? Princess Elena said patient zero is Bobby Belgium. Bobby admitted to the ICU a couple of weeks ago and was given a normal treatment for fever. He spent a few days in the ICU. How did she die? Oh, Swain said. It's unfortunate that our first face-to-face conversation couldn't have been more. I appreciate your time. I respect what I know of your stance nonetheless. Take care, Mr. Darker. Keep it simple, stupid. Elaine said Bobby, patient zero is Bobby. As far as Penny went to the doctor in the sewers. Maybe known as Isaac Smith, who may or may not also go by the alias Pestilence. This doctor either put a rat in his lung or took a rat out of his lung. He's been sick since then. His homie is dying, and the only cure involves the lighthouse. Bobby said the same thing, that his only chance to survive involves the lighthouse. Oh. The real hospital took the rat out of hospital's lung, but he was left with symptoms. I've got mixed signals as to whether he's still sick, but he still needs to go to the lighthouse. He has to do with the sickness. I've been noticing a lot of deer heads around today, which could be a missing link between the rats and humans. I saw 2 to 3 BCS officers, a couple at the food court, and I noticed that there's all the hospital there were 2, one hidden in the bushes. Deer heads? I don't know whether that's connected. Snoopy said, I was at the lighthouse when a figure looking like TJ Walker appeared to me. He said that patient zero may lead to a cure for this. He said that this happened before, and this was a worse version. This may be altered, which reminds me of the Black Plague years ago. I wasn't around when the Black Plague goo happened, but I would get in contact with someone who does. There were these creature things with human legs, and everyone was scared to go in. I went in and got attacked. The goo went inside me, and I became one with it. Whatever it wanted me to do, I did. I don't think that this is related. There was another plague years ago. When suspected it was a person in that house at the lighthouse. Wayne Freeman's been working Pestilence in the sewers, so it's the Norman Browns, Pestilence and Rat. Yeah. There was something said about Pestilence and Norman being 2 of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
I'm doing this just to be matching with you right now.
Okay. What about Dr. Keager? Is there anything about Dr. Keager? Any doctor? Any? Let's go EMS reports. Anything?
Let's go ask Dark for his opinion.
Nothing since the 12th.
Dark,
Hey,
are we adorable twinsies or what?
yeah.
I need to fix my shirt. I need to unbutton the top button, but
Yeah, thank God. No other.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys so adorable twinsies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you, Dark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen Craig in jeans before, so that's concerning.
You haven't? I wear jeans all the time. Well, I guess not around the office. I'm usually wearing cargo pants when I'm casual.
Yeah.
These are a little bit tighter fitting. It squeezed me a little bit.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's almost a little obvious that I tuck to the left.
Why you like this?
What do you mean?
It's Craig, you know. It's just Craig.
Right. Last night, what do we know about Dr. Keager? How did he? When did he turn up, and how is he involved?
I don't know. I need to. I heard that name a couple of times, and I giggled a little bit because all I could think about was Dr. Keagle, but I don't have any idea like what the concept, like what the context is behind it. I guess he was in the sewers or something.
I mean, apparently, that's what Abby said anyway. She said that he was found with Malkins and everything on him. I think she
Yeah, the
mentioned,
runes and shit.
yeah, which is, yesterday I ran into this Dr. Smith down in the sewers, and
That's
he,
generic name as hell.
and he was scribbling a bunch of symbols and stuff on
Hmm.
like the desk. So I'm curious to see if they're the same symbols that have been put on to Keager. I'm very concerned the fact that Keeger's involved here, especially given the warning he gave us about the norovirus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
where I
the
recognize
that's the
name
guy.
from.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
The guy from the video, the VCR video, right?
Yeah, the VCO video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Dr. Keagle from the VCR.
yeah,
I'll
Dr.
remember that
Keagle.
now.
Yeah.
I'll remember that now.
So obviously we need to speak to him, but I mean, he sounds like his eyes were gouged out and he was fucked up. So I don't know whether that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus. Oh, I forgot about that part.
Craig, how long have you been awake yet?
Oh, man, that's a loaded question. I am about... Abby, what time did you wake up originally?
I don't know.
Neither of you know.
Yeah, days
It's more
just
than 12
blend.
hours. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe you need to have a cat nap because your brain is not functioning properly right now.
I had an hour-long nap. That didn't help.
No.
Tried.
Well, we need to come up with some kind of plan. I've reached out to there's a medical company out of state that can fly us in some. Well, maybe I'm seeing if it's possible some medical equipment to get a quarantine zone set up at Fort Zancudo in one of the hangars. Save it being at CMC and making everybody who's injured be exposed to this virus. So I think that's part of a plan. What?
Is that an international organization or is that like a domestic organization?
I don't know. They might be international. I don't know. Why? What's your concern?
Okay, concern timing. We just had the U.S. fighter jet land at Zancudo, 2 days ago,
Yeah.
with the expectation that we had an active military base, and now the U.S. military knows we don't have an active military base, so we are practically undefended. And we have a very vast, rich oil resource on the island. And now we're potentially ground zero for a earth-shaking plague.
Woo!
I worry about the potential of just getting fucking glassed and then freedomized for
Well,
our
I
oil
think
resources.
an idea then would be we need to, if that's a worry, then we've got to contain the outbreak and put a stop to wherever it's coming from.
Yeah, but if we start calling in international resources, that's reaching outside of San Andreas, showing a paper trail that we have a problem and we're failing to maintain it. And that just makes it easier to make that decision of, well, for the protection of the entire world, we're going to glass that fucking island, and then we're going to end up just harvesting their resources anyway. So it's a win-win all around. We're already 90% criminals. There's
I'll
like,
check.
imagine if a prison, a high security prison of all the world's worst criminals, murderers, and the worst of the worst, and they had a sudden outbreak, and they were all going to die anyway. And then you found out that underneath there was just a mountains of gold and diamonds underneath that prison. How fast would they just nuke that bitch and be like, yeah, well, they're all the world's worst anyway. We might take out a couple of guards, but well, shruggers, we're going to get rich off of it, and we're going to save the world.
Not wrong.
Guys, I got an idea.
Go on, Abby.
Every infected, I have a bullet ready for, stop it
That's
early. I've seen TV shows like this and how it goes. Not
What
a good
about if they
idea.
can? What if they're contagious from like the dead body?
Shoot the dead body and blow it up in a hole.
I'm gonna be real. We have 6 rounds per cylinder, and those cylinders are very bulky in my pockets. I don't think we're gonna be able to carry enough ammunition for our revolvers to take out that many people.
We're not
Rocket
guys,
launchers.
we're not shooting anybody. We're not shooting anybody. Okay,
Sorry.
come on. Let's start thinking about some good solutions here.
I've got a fucking solution for you. A lot of this shit keeps originating near the lighthouse. You know what my solution is? We roll fucking tanks and level that motherfucker.
Blow it up.
I'm so sick of people worshiping that goddamn lighthouse. We need to just level that shit to the ground.
You want to stop the disease by blowing up the lighthouse.
I'm
No, I
down
want
for
to stop
that.
people spreading this fucking disease and causing all kinds of problems by leveling the lighthouse, because people keep going to there and then going like, oh, I'm inspired to fucking kill people because of this stupid fucking useless lighthouse, which doesn't even have a function anymore. We have way more proper navigation functionality in our cargo ships now that no one ever gets even close to that goddamn cliff. There's no reason for it anymore.
I can show you this. About 7-8 years ago, some people tried to blow up the lighthouse with C4, and I think it was a lot of it too, and it was completely unsuccessful. Not a scratch.
Well, they probably didn't put it in the right spots. I mean, you got to have the right weak
No,
spots.
as in there was
to
no
cripple the
damage.
structure of
There
it.
was no damage.
Well, you know, it's made out of old stone. Those old structures, man, they just don't make. They
Not
literally,
a
when they say
scratch.
they don't make things like they used to, man, they really mean it. Like I've seen that lighthouse. It's constructed of some solid fucking stone and shit. I'm not really surprised.
I know how to make bomb.
Yeah,
Wait,
see,
listen.
Abigail knows how to
If
make
you want
bombs.
to explore
She's
the
in military.
avenue, okay, and try and blow up the lighthouse, and you can find some legality to do it, then I'm gonna leave you to it, okay? I'll leave you to that, and do whatever you want. I think it's a terrible idea, given the things I
I
know.
agree. It's a terrible idea. It's a historical. The reason it's still there is because it's part of this state's history. It's a historical monument, effectively. But if people are worshiping it to the point where they're literally trying to commit mass murder because of that fucking lighthouse, Jesus, wouldn't it be better if we just got rid of it?
Yeah, it probably would. That. Yeah, but it ain't gonna work. Someone also purchased that for like $2 million or something. A member of Cyprus for some reason. I don't know why. But that did happen. Okay. So my concern here is containing this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think we need to. Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. State of emergency.
So that got thrown out around a lot. I had to throw out the counter. What is a state of emergency going to do for us that we can't do outside of it? Why state of emergency?
Okay, legally, what would our rights be? What? How would? Let's say we've got someone infected, right? Let's say they're going around coughing on people. Okay. Well, not even that. Let's say
Reckless
that
endangerment.
they're not. Let's say they're not even doing that. Let's say they're just walking around. They've been infected. They're not doing anything. They're just walking around. And they're contagious.
They're not taking the steps recommended by the medical director to prevent contamination, and it's a known deadly virus. Reckless endangerment. We can put them in jail.
Right. So we put them in jail, and then all the prisoners get infected too.
They have a solitary.
Right, and then the guards get infected. That.
Mm-hmm.
So my point is, it's not a solution.
The guards get infected if there's proper precautions they can take. It's not like, well, this person's in the area. What do you want to do, Dark? You just want to take them out of the ocean and fucking dump them?
No, my point is,
take them out to the vats. Let's take them out to the fucking Cypress Flats area and just throw them in one of those oil or the metal refineries, the fucking forges and shit.
my point is, if we do a state of emergency, we have relaxed police powers, and we will be able to take anybody who is quarantined, regardless if they're compliant or not, and put them in quarantine at Fort Zancudo, or wherever we set up the quarantine zone. That's one thing we would be able to do with a relaxed, with a state of emergency and relaxed measures for police.
An internment camp.
What is that? What does I don't know what that word means. I'll be honest.
You want to basically create a private detention facility for people who are sick, who haven't committed a crime, they just got sick, and we're going to forcefully detain them in custody under threat.
A quarantine zone for people who are contagious.
That'll go over like a lead balloon. You know, that will just result in the amount of firepower that's out there. We are going to be overrun by class 2s. They will literally just riot and claim that we are overstepping our bounds, that we are trying to violate people's rights, and we are just detaining people without cause, and they will turn guns and revolt, and then it will make things worse.
Wait, all right. I'm hearing problems, no solutions.
Get with the mayors, give them the details, ask them if they want to get their opinions on if they want to do a public release of information, and with a recommendation from SAMO about proper medically approved prevention.
We just say, don't do this and hope for the best.
Yeah, you're gonna have dumbasses, but we have a couple of dumbasses who go, that's fake. I'm not gonna wear a mask and take basic proper precautions, and they die. Or we forcefully detain them, and then we have 100 fucking criminals with class 2 guns that are way better than all of our guns, and just wipe us off the fucking map, and then everybody's infected. And we end up rolling tanks against the population.
You mean the people that would be rioting against us with guns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it as a very, very rapid escalation, and we're still very early in this, and I understand the immediate gut punch reaction is to, oh God, panic, this is something new, state of emergency. But I feel like there are steps we haven't taken yet to try and find avenues around this. So we're being told this is not contagious. It's contagious, but something is holding it back from being contagious, so it's okay right now. So you know how that's going to look when the doctors officially come out and say, well, technically it's not contagious right now. They're going to go, so the SASM's overstepping and they're declaring a state of emergency over something that's not even contagious. You know how it's going to get spun constantly. So we have time. Let's talk to the mayors, get the mayors involved, give them classified information about that, and start looping in more people. Start looping in the heads of state. Your mayors, their cabinet, the doctor, like getting the board of directors doctor, get the justices looped in, get everybody up to speed so they all know what's going on first. And let's not try to make decisions on our own. Let's get everybody else involved because it's turning into a statewide matter, right? If it's turning into a statewide matter, then we need to get the state involved. Like, not I don't mean like the feds. I mean like everyone involved in
Sure,
running
yeah.
this town involved. And we shouldn't be hasty in jumping straight to the panic button because that's just going to look like we're panicking, and it's going to create a huge amount of distrust. If the public doesn't see us taking steps to prevent it first, then they're going to immediately rebel against it and lose trust in it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
if
I don't disagree.
Yeah, if we take the steps to publicly slowly escalate things, then there's less of a chance of an immediate rebellion. But I mean, especially if we jump straight to state of emergency right now, the way the PD's acting, we're going to lose the PD, and then it's going to be literally us against the entire fucking island, including the police department. Then we're fucked. You saw the conversation that we happened outside, right? Shift 3 has always been our backer, and apparently we're losing Shift 3 now because of
Okay.
some nonsense people speaking.
I don't
shit
know
in their
about
ears.
that. It's just one guy.
I had Sky telling me the same thing over the stupid observatory thing.
Well, Sky
So apparently
Sky
it's not
wasn't
just
happy.
one. Yeah.
So 2 of the Zoomy police aren't happy about a charge being pressed. It's color me surprised.
That's like 50% of Shift 3.
I don't care. Like I don't see the issue. Like there's always been officer discretion about pushing charges, and they're basically trying to say don't have officer discretion. Like don't do that in the marshals. You know.
Do you want me to say something that I said to Craig? I said that they're too worried about
What
criminals'
charge?
feelings, and I was like, "Well, since when the fuck did we give about
The
give a fuck
charge
about
of
criminals' feelings and how
impersonation
they
of a government
felt?
employee
I thought we
was
weren't meant
found
to be buddy
guilty for
buddy.
somebody
Right.
for Marlowe
Like,
wearing the
what?
FIB, his FIB outfit, and it went to bench, and he was found guilty. Mr. Shockley with 3 months,
They were
buddy.
worried I mean, he was pretty worried about hurting them.
Might have another cup of coffee.
Which is the
I feel like-
dumbest shit ever.
Why do PD care about that? I know. Apparently, Davenport's like, he's basically saying that if shit gets done like that, then it's going to be like Hell Week.
because they didn't want to hurt Reggie's feelings because then they'll get attacked because
Apparently.
Reggie was upset over getting arrested. And it was like, okay, he thought, not Reggie, fucking Marlowe. Reggie's another one, but Jesus Christ.
Don't Reggie. Okay. I'm gonna continue working on this contagion report. And get that prepped and ready for end of day. Well, I say end of my day today, so that when I come around later, we can disseminate that to everybody. Right? I think everyone should be around like 2-3 hours after the storm. So by that point, I'll get everything in this document, the classified document, so we can disseminate that stuff. But we also need to have people investigating kind of, is this a manufactured? Because my worry is, my gut instinct is Dr. Keager is an expert, or I don't know, I guess was an expert. No, he's still alive. He's an expert in chemical biology. So I'm concerned that he is involved in this, or was forced to do something, or forced to finish what he was working on. Like, is this the neurovirus? You know, has it been somehow merged with whatever the rats were dying of before? I don't know. But we need to get that info from the doctors.
Isn't
Abby,
that the rat disease norovirus?
what do you mean? I think a neurovirus is like a broad term, I think.
Yeah, but the rat disease, one of the more well-known rat ones is the norovirus, isn't it?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I think this is the kind of thing we need to speak to the doctors about. Hmm. I'm trying to think of the best way we could do this because obviously, I mean, again, with Dr. Keager, Brandon Valentino being involved, I'm thinking this is Faceless related again. Did we have any kind of tweets or anything from the Faceless last night?
Apparently there was some faceless twats. I wasn't able to get a hold of them, but I heard some of the other police officers were saying that there were faceless twats. Last shift, I don't think anyone documented them,
Fuck's sake,
unfortunately.
man.
Yeah, well, you saw the report writing they did for the 3.5 hour fucking issue they had.
Oh god.
Yeah, we also need to get a PD announcement. We need to make sure PD's got all the PPE they might need, like hazmats, that kind of thing. So maybe could one of you two draft up an announcement for PD? Just like generally saying, you know, this happened last night. Officers and civilians are sick, possibly contagious. Make sure you have this outfit ready to go, and then have a hazmat and vest kind of sorted for everybody. Think that's something we can do.
Yeah, I got my hazmat suit sorted.
What color? I think we should go for yellow with blue gloves.
I went yellow.
Yeah. Same.
You look like a knob, Craig, in your outfit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just
What do
saying
you
it.
mean?
Show us, Craig. Because if it's different, then
My-
we need to sort it
It's
out.
bad. It's
Let's
bad.
look.
It's
Let's
not
look,
bad.
Craig.
How you doing, Doc?
I've been better. How are you?
So you have. I'm all right. I'm pretty good. Woke up this morning, stretched my arms, took a big deep breath. Feel great.
I don't get your angle, Brandon. I don't understand it. Maybe you can enlighten me a bit.
What are we referring to?
I know what you were involved with last night. And
Okay.
yet, after our whole conversation and your plan, I don't get it. I'm not understanding why you would be involved in something like that if you're trying to bring him back.
Oh. Are you talking about that yesterday?
Okay, yeah. It was last night for me.
Doc, you understand what you asked me to do? Right?
I'm aware.
Now, let's say hypothetically I was going to go through with that. I would have to start acting. Well, if I started acting not so ordinary, people would catch on. I have to keep up the persona. You get what I'm saying?
Sure, I get what you're saying.
If I start acting wild, start acting different, I might raise a few eyebrows. You get it?
Yeah. Okay, does that mean you're going to be taking me up on my deal or what?
It means I'm giving it some serious thought. Yes.
Well, if that's the case, then tell me what happened last night.
What happened last night is I got sick, and your dumbass officers, who I tried to say, leave me alone, don't come anywhere near me, decided to come near me. Decided to rip my mask off, and decided to sit there and question me. I had a coughing attack, coughed all over them. Next thing I know, they started getting sick. And then they held me in the hospital for 3.5 hours, asking me the same question over and over and over again when I keep trying to tell them I don't know what's going on.
What question
Then they
was
finally
that?
released me. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? For 3.5 hours, nonstop. I'm sitting there coughing out fucking blood, and they expect me to fucking know how to fix it.
You're not sick this morning, right?
It's the strangest thing. I woke up and I feel good. I don't know what it is. You know what I think it was? I think I had a 24-hour bug. That's what I think I had.
That's what we're going with. That.
I haven't made the deal yet, Doc. All right. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm decorating my house, and then I'm gonna go retire for the night. Okay?
Brandon,
Ah,
what you getting involved with? You're putting the whole shit at stake, man. They don't eat you
do
up,
you
but
do you honestly think I could stop it even if I wanted to, Doc? I'm one mere mortal. What the fuck am I gonna do? This isn't David versus Goliath. This is David versus Gods. The fuck you want me to do? I have to protect myself too, man.
faceless aren't fucking gods, man. They're people. And people can be taken down.
Okay, you're right. So you look, Doc. I'm seriously questioning what you told me yesterday. All right, I really truly am. I just, like I said, I needed a few days. I need a little time. Let me get you what you need. All right.
Sure.
Do me a favor.
What's that?
Stay away from all those officers in the ICU. It's not good for you. They're sick, man. They're real sick. They're stupid. They don't listen.
When they sent you down there,
Send me down where?
to the sewers, did they warn you you were gonna get sick? I reckon they didn't.
I already know what you're trying to do right there, Doc. And I've been thinking about that for a while. That's why I'm also really, really thinking about the offer, okay? I know where this goes for me. It's a dead end.
Make sure you make the
I
right choice.
either get fucked by you or I get fucked by them. Either way, I'm getting fucked.
Well, enjoy your decorating, Brandon.
Don't worry, it's coming to an end.
You have a good evening or morning. Whatever the fuck it is.
Do you like statues?
Sure.
I have this beautiful statue. You should see it someday. Maybe I'll invite you over for a cup of coffee or something. You can have a look at it.
Sounds good to me.
Whenever I'm down or whatever, I just look at her and she kind of centers me, you know?
What does she look like?
A beautiful angel.
I look forward to it.
Have a good morning, Doc.
You too. Well, we're fucked. I don't even know whether Brandon's gonna give us what we need in the time that we need it. Get going. Uh-oh. I'm not making it to the apocalypse, guys. Yeah, that's the one thing that stood out to me about the whole conversation was him laughing when we were like, yeah, faceless are people, they can be taken down like anybody else. I don't even know if I finished that sentence. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I just had a bad thought that I think we need to I think we gotta get on the case board, guys. Share with the class. Because of what Brandon said, I now had the thought that what about if the faceless are another one of the horsemen? I mean, what about if they're war? I don't know. 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 Hey, Robin.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Been better. What's going on?
I have a sort of odd question. Do you know anything about, Norman the Man?
You're one of the only people that ever asked. Yeah, I do. Why do you ask?
I learned some concerning information last night. The hospital was locked down. And,
Yeah.
the reason why, or at least the source of it,
You want to meet up?
sure, I can walk over to the office.
No, let's not go to the office. Let's meet up somewhere else. Let's go. I don't know. You know the Mirror Park Dam?
Mm-hmm.
I'll meet you there.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Bye bye.
Bye.
What the fuck? I hope I'm not right. I mean, okay. Dark hopes he's not right. If famine... fucking famine. Someone's... Why is that door scuffed? What's going on there? That was weird there. I hope that I'm right. Because that'd be fucking sick, dude. But then... There still needs to be one more. But Doc hopes that's not that's not right. We don't need any others turning up, man. Oh, be a second there. I have a question. If the horsemen are real, does not believe in angels and demons and such, as it says in the verse about horsemen? I think Doc is very much a seeing is believing person. No. I'll finish that thought. Hello, Abbott.
Morning. Are you busy or anything?
I better go have a meeting with Robin, but I've got like a couple minutes before I get there. What's up?
Perfect. Just a question. Have you received any contact from Reed or Connell in the last few days since the incident happened?
No. The only thing I've had was the only thing I had is not even contact. It wasn't direct at all. It was a 911. Oh wait, no, I have. Reed called me because he wanted to ask. He wanted to ask about being a marshal. That's what it was. So. Yeah.
Okay.
After he got expunged.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else at all. No text messages, no ominous messages or threats or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
Okay, understood. Keep me updated. If you do receive anything, just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you otherwise? Everything all right?
No. Some shit. There's been an outbreak last night with some shit at the hospital. Maybe
to be worried?
Probably. We're getting some information. There'll be an announcement about what happened and kind of what protective equipment to wear. I think a few officers got hit, like 4 officers got sick. I think some of them might be in the ICU, and a couple of civilians are sick as well. So they're calling it the plague, but I don't know whether that's accurate.
I asked you if the plague was coming when you were talking about the fucking rats, and it is the plague.
It seems like it. But I'll keep you updated. So just be careful out there, King.
Yeah, we'll do. Let me know if you need anything.
Will do. Thanks, mate. Bye bye.
Bye.
Go down this way, Roman. How are you?
Doing okay.
Good. Good. So, what did you hear?
That the reason why the hospital was locked down is the reason for it was the first horseman.
There's certainly some terms be thrown around. Who threw that out?
It was a question I asked and I got a yes answer.
She. Well, I mean, obviously, at this time, I think public information is that, there was an incident at the hospital last night and it's being investigated there.
Mm-hmm.
But separately from that, there have been individuals by their name spotted, been around town, as I'm sure you're aware.
I'm aware of one individual, not multiple.
Well, you know about Norman, right?
Yes.
Um, well, another one who goes by the name Dr. Smith
Mm-hmm.
has also been around town, so there's two.
Yeah. I have I've spoken with the doctor. It was all just small talk, really. But there is a difference between the doctor and Norman. The difference being Norman still has, well, I guess we should speak in more explicit terms. Death has Norman attached to him. Pestilence is just that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. That's what I've heard.
And from what I can tell, and what I've heard, is that the Doctor wishes to rid Death of Norman.
I don't know how much I trust that the doctor says. But if that's what he's saying, then there's got to be some truth to it. To an extent, anyway.
Yeah. And, well, I was speaking to someone else last night who is involved. I guess they're blaming themselves for this, partly, I guess. But there's a difference between Norman and the other three. The difference being that, humanity as a species always overcomes the other three in the end. At least so far.
Yeah, that's true. Never really thought about it like that.
People searching for a cure. I had a police officer ask me if I knew anything, and I said there is one definite cure. He lives at the lighthouse.
You asked me something about Norman. What do you want to know?
I think if it is people's plan to try and, I don't know, banish or, exile or at least get Pestilence to go somewhere else and leave this already godforsaken place alone. To me, Norman the man is the key. Because death is neutral. It doesn't It's not biased. It just is. But Norman is human, as much as you want to maybe see him as something else. That's still attached to him. And maybe there is no humanity left in him. Maybe there is. Because no one ever beats death. Pestilence just brings them to him.
What are you saying? Go to Norman and ask him for help?
That's the issue. That's what people have been doing for years, from what I know, asking Norman for help. And
He
all it
always
ends up
wants
with is
something
a
in return, yeah.
deal. Yeah.
But maybe if the Doctor is trying to rid everywhere of Norman, then maybe he wouldn't want anything in return. Maybe he just has to point people in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Now,
your
yeah.
what's your investment in all this, Robin? I didn't think I'd run into you here or with any of this.
I wasn't really invested until Edgar died. And then his friends have been caught up in it. Because last night, Aaron Carter called me and asked me if Edgar ever got sick. I guess maybe looking for a cure. And Edgar was sick at one point, but it wasn't because of pestilence.
No. Edgar's no longer your client because he's dead. Did he ever mention his work with the Faceless?
No, he was more secretive with that than the Norman stuff. Remember that photo you showed me of him on a beach?
Yeah.
He told me to forget it as soon as we were out of there. All I know is that's the name of the person, the organization. I don't know.
Well, it's public knowledge, so
Hmm.
I spoke with the doctor yesterday. And you're not wrong. There's no Dr. Smith left. Because I had spoken to him 7 years ago, and yeah, there's nothing there. I think Edgar's friends are planning to bring him back.
Don't think they realize that just won't end well. But desperation is, I guess, a hell of a drug.
Is are the other members of Edgar's group, are they your clients?
Fred and Brandon are. I don't know if there were other members of the group. But if there are, then no.
Your confidentiality
Mhm.
is there's an exemption for when danger might be, included, right?
Yep.
When life is at risk. Is
Mhm.
there anything you know that they've told you about any of all this? The faceless, no fucking horsemen, anything?
Mm, not, not that I'm keeping confidential, no.
What about that you're not keeping confidential?
I mean, some of the stuff I've said today is part of it. I know that when someone spoke with Norman about the doctor,
Bad
Norman
idea.
had a 1,000-yard stare on his face and told him, if you ever see that man, just run. Did I ever tell you about the ring Norman had?
I've seen it. Yeah. I noticed it because, unfortunately, I've had a lot of conversations with that guy, and that was new.
Mm-hmm. That's how I know the man is still in there. Because what does Death need to remember? Nothing. It's what Norman wants to remember.
You think it's like a personal thing to him?
I asked him about it and he called it a memoir. And he doesn't seem like the jewelry type.
I don't remember anything about Norman having a ring. Hmm.
I asked if it was a trophy, but it's not that. I thought maybe his worst victim or something, but no. Doubt it's family, because I found the court transcript of his trial, and he said he was an only child. Maybe parents?
He's not an only child.
Hmm.
I can't tell you much more than that without.
I understand. I think that's the first lie I've ever heard him tell.
He's. You asked him about his
No, I
family?
found the... No, I found the transcripts from his trial when he was a man. Said on the stand that he basically gave an explanation of how he came to be who he is.
How's that?
Curious individual.
It's like that left. I think Norman changed when he died. Because I haven't heard him lie Yeah, I've heard him avert the truth, but I haven't caught him out in a lie before. What's your thoughts on all this? What do you think people should be doing or not be doing?
I think they should stay away from that lighthouse.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
But, I mean, it is a big glowing beacon for people to seek out in its purpose and what it's been bastardized into. I feel like Mr. Walker has a part to play in all this.
Yeah, it wouldn't
I don't know
surprise me.
what, but seems to be the only one sort of stuck in between.
Well, I mean, from what I've been told, Edgar's pretty stuck too. Guess he's just on the wrong side of the glass.
Yeah. But, I mean, what should people be doing? Like I said, war, famine, pestilence, we all, well, they all get defeated at some point. Or I guess we stave them off until they come back with a new one. But along the way, when achieving that end, a lot of people have to die. Happened with the plague, flus, all the diseases, wars, famines, it's all just different roads to Norman. Or I guess the entity of death. I probably wouldn't live to see the success or failure of all this, but
Why
that all
not?
depends if I'm almost 75, Doc.
He did like a day of his 62.
I mean, I've told Norman myself if he comes knocking at my door, I'll just go willingly and peacefully. I've had my time. Quote that stuck with me is the great men are forged in fire, and it's the privilege of lesser men to light that flame. See myself as one of those lesser men. I'm not a savior or someone to seek for help. I am in my profession, but on a holistic level as a whole, it's not me.
Well, I'm hoping that we can stave this off before any more of the four turn up. Because then there's nobody left at that point. If you believe in all that stuff.
I didn't, but when two of them are walking amongst us, it's hard to deny. That
Yeah.
reminds me. I've heard rumors of the third. I don't know how true it is. People might just be attributing things now that there's two of them. Hard to tell.
Go on.
supposedly war has reared its ugly head, but from my perspective on this city, war's been here since before all of us.
I agree, but who are people saying that is specifically?
They wouldn't tell me.
These your clients?
Mm, one of them was.
I've got a lot of work to do, especially with that stuff that happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
Can I answer? Is there anything you need answering that I might be able to help with?
I don't believe so.
You said you wanted to know
I
about Norman
guess,
in his life, right?
yeah. To give information to those who may want to appeal to Norman, the man that's clinging to death. If they want to enact this idea of Norman Bones, the man being the one to stave off the other three. I don't know what there is to appeal to him. The man was a serial killer.
Yeah. If I I don't know if there's a kind of information that needs to be out there because it will either make the situation worse or put people in danger.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll think about it, and if I change my mind, I'll contact who I think you're on about directly.
Keep an eye out for Osvaldo.
Yeah, I've heard.
He believes he's the reason this is happening. I don't know what went on with him. He was asking me, how we can make things right. I said, I think the only thing with the power to go against the good doctor is the man in the lighthouse, but I haven't seen him for weeks.
Me neither.
There is a sort of conspiratorial part of me that makes me think, Norman is being absent and letting Pestilence do whatever this is so that more people will come to him and try and make a deal, and in the end, they're all colluding.
Wouldn't surprise me. Either way, somebody or people need to do something.
Yeah.
I already have people that are trying to assist the doctor. For God's sake. Not what we need right now.
I mean, I'll defend criminals, but Christ, that's a whole other level of evil or stupid.
Robin, it was a pleasure. If there's anything else I can help you with, try before
Mm-hmm.
the fucking end times.
I think Jackie may be a good resource for Norman the Man.
Already thought about
I
it.
don't know if you've burned that bridge, though.
Guess we'll see. Who was on that bike? My gut instinct was Wayne, but it wasn't the same outfit. I think what he was implying there was that the client that told him about or suggested that war has reared its head, that he said that was my client, and the only person I can think of is fucking Edgar. And that's concerning because Edgar was also working with a faceless, so I don't know whether that's a fucking red string or whether that's real. I don't know. Hey, listen. This is the worst part about so much good RP happening, is I don't get anything done. I'm so unproductive when there is roleplay happening. Honestly, if you're a criminal on the server and you want to get away with everything, just keep roleplaying with people. Just keep having conversations with them, and they'll be too busy to investigate you. You know? Like, I guarantee in the next, like, 30 seconds... Okay, maybe not 30 seconds. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to get another phone call for more RP. And it's just going to happen again. Remember when... Oh, my God. Yeah, back in the day when Dark just want to be a little dispatcher and do dispatch things. Yeah, nice one, buddy. Yeah, that went well, didn't it?
We can speak to Bruce about it. Hey, Dark.
Hey.
Dark, you're missing a hand. Dark.
What? I had no idea, Cassie. Yes, yeah, it's been missing for a long time. It's just that Conor McGregor put my my hand in a vat of molten metal. So my prosthetic got melted off.
Wait, was it the prosthetic that melted, or was that your
Yeah.
real hand that you?
No,
got
my
put in the molten
prosthetic
metal?
melted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
How did you lose it initially?
Funny enough, in a situation very much like last night.
Oh.
So, Sheriff, can we have can we go to your office, sir?
Yeah. Yeah. Can the undersheriff come or no?
No, not
It's
for
gonna
this.
happen on here.
You can figure that out afterwards, but I just want to chat to you about this first.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm about to give you is the first classified document produced by the San Andreas State Marshals. You are authorized to obviously read it and you know, use that to organize whatever you need to in the BCSO. And you'll see the other people that are also authorized.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't give that to anybody else.
I'll put it in my locker.
And obviously consider that the information in there is top secret. So, you know, don't be just yapping about all that information. It's got to be
No, you're good.
important stuff. That's all the information's in there. For now, obviously, I think the plan when I'm around, I gotta dip out. But when I'm back around a bit, I'll obviously disseminate to this to everybody else that's on the list, like the mayor's office, that kind of thing, the chief. And we'll probably have to. I think the best course of action here is to set up some kind of task force between everybody, and really kind of get on top of this thing. Really.
Yeah. So, like from how I
Wait,
operated,
she can't
obviously,
show.
and like
Oh no.
we don't really go into the sewers ever. Which I guess a bunch of people went in last night. Just because we're not immune to the things down there. If you don't have proper protection, you're in the hospital. Like it is something we just don't do unless absolutely necessary. Even if like suspects go down there, it's kind of just like, well, what can you do? So there's only been a couple instances that people have ever gone down there. Uh,
Okay.
so for now, until you guys give a direction, how should everybody operate? Um, because
Um.
obviously I don't want more people getting, sick and stuff. So I just want
Yeah. I
what will
think
be the safest thing for everybody.
the safest thing for
Because they don't need to
everybody
know the
is this.
info.
There's anybody showing any signs of illness is there. Everybody needs to have a full hazmat suit ready to go. I think that's the best course of action, regardless. I know it's not easy to change in the field, but if we do get another situation where there's like a group of people that are sick or anything of the sort, that may be criminals, right? If you're responding to something like that, being able to swap into something nice and quick. As for the sewers, I mean, best case scenario is we don't have any reason to go there, then, right?
Yeah.
But as you're reading the document, the sewers aren't the only place where this pathogen might be coming from. There's other places
The
in the
lighthouse
city.
too.
The lighthouse. There's been mentions of
Yeah.
rats in the prison, but also all around the city. So, I think the sewers, as much as they are dangerous, might be,
We've
no
already told
different
people to stay away from the lighthouse unless you absolutely need to go there.
Yeah.
So far, from my understanding, everyone's been listening to that. Unless like it's like O'Shara going there, McNulty, or like myself, just for when told to go there. Or
Yeah.
if like a 32 or something happens up there. But uh yeah, I think that was the only case because I was helping O'Shara with Snoopy and others, collecting the
Yeah.
dirt samples, and all the rats were there, and
Yeah. By the way, don't think you can't read that. You can read that whenever you want.
oh yeah, I will.
It just means that when I said for your eyes only, I just meant don't give it to anybody else.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, usually people tell me to close my eyes if I want to do
Okay.
anything else.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll be back around in a few hours. That's the plan anyway. And in the meantime, I will do my best to get up an announcement. The announcement is going to be short. It's going to be there was an incident involving an outbreak with an unknown pathogen last night. And then my advice is just going to be please make sure you all have a hazmat suit ready to go, and I'll be formatting it in a way that people can, get those from the lockers nice and easy and nice and quick. And just await direction from your respective, high commands and things like that.
The meetings are separate today, so I'll just announce for everyone to get their suits ready, and I'm pretty sure Bruce and Snoopy already have some, so they can just let us know. I'd just rather people be, prepared.
Yeah.
Quickly.
So what I'll do is I'll be back around in a few hours. If you want to talk about anything in there, we can do that.
Should be good.
But we'll go from there. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.